John Lennon famously once said, "Life is what happens when you are busy making other plans." In 2011, Jean-François, a married father of 2 young children, could probably relate. After all, he was busy, his life teeming with work, more work, volunteering at the community hockey rink, and little of anything else. Until
there was a bit of a wake-up call when at one point my wife turned to me and said, "I feel like I'm a single parent."
those jarring 7 words convinced this proud man to reach out to his family doctor.
One of the first things to come out of the nurse's mouth was, well, we haven't seen you in 8 years. I'm not sure you're still a patient with us. So in typical male fashion, I didn't feel sick per se, and so, I would forego the annual checkups and that kind of thing. It's funny, I would religiously follow my car's maintenance schedule, but when it comes to doctor's appointments, a good 8 years had gone by since I'd last seen my doctor.
Expecting he was suffering from burnout, Jean-François was surprised to be diagnosed with depression and ordered off work immediately and focus on his recovery, which included talk therapy, exercise, and a regimen of antidepressants. The results were very positive.
That was the best decision I could have made. And again, there was a defining moment there because out of the blue one day, my daughter ran up to me. She gave me this huge hug, unprompted, and said to me, "I love the new daddy." That will forever stay with me. And that's when I knew that I'd made the right decision to start treatment to get better, not just for myself, but in the end, it's really your loved ones that suffer equally, if not more.
Buoyed by his ongoing recovery and with the support of his family, Jean-François decided he wanted to give back. During his journey, he was struck by the limited amount of mental health information specifically targeting men. He soon came to understand why.
Depression is diagnosed twice more frequently in women than it is in men. And yet there's no sort of biological basis that we've found yet to explain such a difference. So essentially, I think it's because men are not seeking help because they believe they have a mental health issue. They're much more apt to report physical symptoms. That certainly was the case with me.
Jean-François decided to launch Men's Den, an online portal featuring a compendium of key mental health information and resources aimed primarily at men. He also became an extremely active mental health advocate on social media.
But as I got engaged on Twitter and through initiatives like Bell Let's Talk, I started growing an audience, partially because of my communications background. I was able to, essentially tweet out a lot of relevant, timely articles on mental health issues. So people, I think, sort of subscribe to that. And so through that information sharing, I started developing quite a following on Twitter.
Quite the following it is, numbering more than 5,000. But his outreach efforts don't stop there. He also lobbied civic officials to launch the first and now annual Men's Mental Health Awareness Day in Ottawa. The response to his initiative has proved to be therapeutic.
It's rewarding when you have people come up to you and say, "Thank you so much for sharing your story. I'm living through this," or "My spouse is living through this." And so that in of itself, I feel, has helped me in my recovery because helping others feels good. And for somebody who has chronic depression, you're looking for a way to feel good.